Now for your Lady Colts. Number 0, Faith Smith. Faith is escorted by Jimmy Smith, Robin Smith, Lindsey Young, and Jamie Moore. She's played 4 years of soccer, 2 years of student council, and NHS. After graduation, Faith plans to go to college and major in education or nursing. Her favorite memory is when she walked into the senior room on vacay and not knowing coach was in there. Senior, your goalie, number 0, Faith Smith. Number 4, Zoe Lamp. Zoe is escorted by her parents, Julie and Matt Lamp, and sisters Jada and Skylie. She has played 4 years of soccer. Number 4, Zoe Lamp. Zoe is escorted by her mom, Julie, and her sister, Jada. She has played 4 years of soccer. After graduation, Zoe plans to attend college and study psychology. She would like to shout out Coach Leach for always making her smile and making her feel important. Senior, number 4, Zoe Lamp. Number 8, Brinley Barnett. Brinley is escorted by her parents, Ashley and Jonathan Barnett, and her sister, Brooke. She's played 4 years of soccer and basketball. After graduation, Brinley plans to attend college and major in accounting and finance. Her favorite memory is winning the MOAC last year and being district champions. Senior, number 8, Brinley Barnett. Number 10, Reese Cook. Reese is escorted by her parents, Mark and Lindsay Cook. She has played 3 years of soccer, 4 years in FFA, and 10 years of 4-H. After graduation, Reese plans to go to college for general livestock selection and get a business degree. Her favorite memory was being scared during the family versus soccer team game at the summer party, watching Mr. Beck run with the ball and almost running her over. Senior, number 10, Reese Cook. Number 11, Sabri Caudell. Sabri is escorted by her parents, Melissa and Chad Caudell, her sister Madison, along with Aiden Perry. She has played 4 years of soccer along with club, 4 years of majorette, 3 years of artisan and choir, 7 years of drama club, 2 years of FCA, 2 years of Bible study at New Life Church, 1 year of science and art club. After graduation, Sabri plans to attend Central Ohio Technical College and pursue her dream of becoming a pediatric ultrasound technician. Her favorite memory is the soccer team parties. She would like to shout out her family for always supporting her throughout her career, my teammates for always being by my side, my coaches for always believing in me, and Lily for pushing me to be my best and becoming my soccer best friend. Senior, number 11, Sabri Caudell. Number 16, Ashton Wine. Ashton is escorted by her parents, Ryan and Shannon Wine, and sisters Avery and Ayla. She has played 4 years of soccer and basketball, 4 years of student council, and is an NHS. After graduation, she plans to further her education at Ashton University in the medical field. Her favorite memory is beating Ontario her junior year and dancing on top of the rock pile freshman year at the slip and slide party. Senior, number 16, Ashton Wine. Number 17, Jaden Kaler. Jaden is escorted by her parents, Brian and Chelsea Kaler, and sister Cammie. She has played 4 years of varsity soccer. After graduation, Jaden plans to go to college for a degree in early education and special education. She wants to thank her family and friends for always being there for her and pushing her to be her best. Senior, number 17, Jaden Taylor. Your class of 2026 girls soccer seniors. Maya and Ava, put those back out there. We'd like a full family photo for Zoe Lance, please. Smile big, Zoe. We love you. Smile big. Now everybody together. Good job, Zach. You hold it. Doing great. Come on. Get it tight. You really guys love each other.
is senior night here at the fabulous Colt Corral, and the Lady Colts, led by their 7 senior leaders, look to close out the regular season with 11 straight victories against a Galion program enjoying their best ever campaign and hoping to play spoiler here tonight on the road. It's live, it's free, it's girls high school soccer to kick off your Tuesday night. It's only right here on the OH Report. We'll be back with your pre-game coverage and opening kickoff next.
Happy Halloween!
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
This is our in-body machine, so you're gonna see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Welcome inside of the Global Energy Partners pregame show and a happy kickoff to spooky season here in North Central Ohio. We've got a special night here in the Valley, Clear Fork, celebrating 7 members of their senior class, and they are looking to continue a crazy win streak here in the team's regular season finale against MOAC rival Galion. Welcome to Bellville, everybody. I am Brian Skowronski. We've got 2 teams enjoying great seasons going head-to-head here tonight. The Lady Colts, as mentioned, and as we pictured here about 25 minutes ago, celebrating senior night at Galion with an exceptional season, the best so far in program history, looking to continue to build off of that here tonight. Let's take a look at the team spotlight for the Tigers. And they were tied for the most wins in program history. Just talking to their coaching staff, I believe that they have recently surpassed that. So I think that they do have 7 wins now, and they're in the midst of the best stretch ever, I think you could say, in Lady Tigers soccer history. Unbeaten over their last 4 matches, including 3 victories, 2 of those coming in league play, and another one coming on the road up by Lake Erie. However, when they have gone head-to-head against Clear Fork since the COVID season, you see, it has not been pretty yet to score against the Lady Colts. Meanwhile, Clear Fork has put up 44 goals on them. That doesn't mean that they can't come out here and shock the world tonight. They've got a belief, and this is a roster with young players that's definitely, they're feeling themselves coming here on the road into the Valley tonight. We will spotlight their leading scorer for the season, Miss Emma Boyer, one of the top scorers in the MOAC. She's got a dozen so far, and she has really picked up the slack for the loss of Bella Ice, who had a spleen injury. Just such a bummer for them to lose a girl coming off of a first-team all-district performance season as a sophomore. She had an injury as a freshman too, but Emma Boyer has started to pick up the slack. This young lady has been dynamite, and look for number 4 to try to be an impact player in this one, to really take on an extra defender, try to lure over a midfielder or 2 and win some of those 1v1 matchups. I think that's what it's going to take for the Tigers to be successful here tonight on the road in the Valley, where very few teams come in and walk away with victories. That's because Clear Fork has been winning over and over again. It's one of those things like the DJ Khaled song, "Put your hands up and stay there," and they have been there non-stop. They have not lost since the start of September, folks. Undefeated, 10-0. They've shut out their last 5 opponents as well, and they're also right on the cusp of a 2nd straight MOAC championship. So this is a team that's only lost 1 match all season long. That came clear back on August 23rd. You watched it live and free, a 1-0 defeat against Bexley. Other than that, such dominance, non-stop, just big-time victories within the MOAC. They've stepped outside the league, and they've shown that they've got amazing potential as well. I think the score there in their last game a few days back on Saturday over Granville on the road, where they shut them out 4-0 at their place, that's a big-time victory. And Clear Fork right now, I feel like they're on the cusp of hitting just the perfect stride going into the postseason. They're averaging 5.2 goals per game. They give up only 0.7 goals per match. That young lady right there is a huge reason why Faith Smith, the senior keeper, celebrated before the match here tonight. And we're going to celebrate her a little bit more as we jump into our player spotlight. The senior keeper, just such a fun player overall. She's got great personality, good communicator. She's solid, steady, fun-loving. She stopped 66 shot attempts so far during her senior year. She's got almost 150 saves now for her career over the last couple of years. And you look at those numbers, the 26 total victories, 13 of those, of course, coming here in 2025. She's got great size, an awesome ponytail, and of course, she's going to be all jacked up here tonight, senior night. You want to put your best foot forward, of course, and with that foot look forward. She's going to get it tied here by John Colt, because you can't be in the goalie box and not have those laces tied up as tight as possible. That's how you stop every shot that comes your way, and that's why Faith Smith is waving at the crowd. She knows that she's in line for a big night, as she's had pretty much every single night so far this season. As the Lady Colts are getting lined up, we are just about ready for action. Senior night here in the Valley. 7 members of the class of 2026 participating for this Clear Fork team, and this has been a non-stop build-up so far to this season. We saw what they were able to do a year ago. District champions, big-time performances from several of these seniors during their junior campaigns, and many of them 4-year contributors at the varsity level. You look at girls like Brittany Barnett, certainly Ashton Wine. Those two really stand out. They jump off the page at you, what they've been able to accomplish throughout the course of their careers, and there are plenty more names that you can really point at. Reese Cook's going to be in the starting lineup tonight, so is Sabri Caudill. All of them combining to just make a juggernaut of a team. And I haven't been able to find the state rankings. I was talking to my camera guy, Jeremy, about that before the pregame tonight. I got to imagine this is a top 5 team in the state in Division 4 going into postseason play. They've got so much nonstop energy that has been just flowing all in the right direction throughout the course of this season. And here they are taking the field for the last time this season here at home during the regular campaign, head-to-head against the Galion Tigers, a team that they have flat out owned, never lost to the Tigers, period, in program history. And I would have to do a bit more research and see if Galion's ever even scored on them, period, as MOAC rivals. So as the two teams are lined up and just about set for action, we'll step aside. One more quick commercial timeout. We will be back in the Valley. We've got your opening kickoff on the way next.
High School Athletic Association recommends showing good sportsmanship.
Happy Halloween!
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Our pre-game coverage continues here in the Clear Fork Valley. A couple of storms starting to make their way here into the Bellville area, but that's not going to slow us down here. Senior night girls soccer action in the MOAC Lady Colts a chance to win the league for the second consecutive season if they can get a victory here tonight over the Galion Tigers. Brian Skowronski here on the call with you guys. I am solo here tonight, so make sure that you are dropping me some comments as we get the starting lineups. And with that, let me go ahead and crank up the volume. We'll hear who's going to be on the pitch here first to start the game.
Number 5, Maya Perry.
Or Clear Fork. Here it is.
Number 8, Brinley Barnett. Number 9, Millie Swindle. Number 10, Reese Cook. Number 11, Sabri Caudill. Number 12, Asia Bechtel. Number 16, Ashton Wine. Number 17, Jaden Taylor. Number 18, Layla Doherty.
I know it's senior night, but can we give a round of applause to the parents? Come on. How about the dads coming out here with, I mean, it was mostly round-offs, but so what? I mean, most of these guys, I gotta presume. I mean, I have a 17-year-old daughter. Shout out Aaliyah. It's her birthday today. But I'm 40, so I gotta imagine most of these dads are right around that ballpark, if not older. So to come out here and put yourself on display, and especially knowing that the cameras are rolling, that's big time here from these dads, and they're gonna be helping lead the huddle here. Final regular season game at home for Clear Fork, looking for 14 victories in the regular campaign. I had an incredibly busy day, and I didn't get a chance to find out if 14 would be a record or not. At halftime, I'm going to cook up a trivia question for you guys, though, and I got really close to finding out the answer, but I don't know it just yet, so I'm not even going to unveil to you exactly what I'm thinking, but it's going to be a good one that has to do with the winning so far here for the Lady Colts and what they've done up to this point, as we're right on the precipice of the girls soccer tournament. The draw went down on Sunday, so we know now what's going to be ahead of both of these programs when they break into the playoffs, and maybe a potential rematch coming up next week, which is pretty cool. We've got Galion taking on Bellevue. I believe they get a host that game, and then the winner will take on the Clear Fork Lady Colts. Now put a bow here on our Global Energy Partners pregame show, as we are just about set for action here in the Clear Fork Valley. A little bit of storm potentially rolling in, but other than that, it is incredibly comfortable. Last time I was here on Saturday, 83 degrees, absolutely muggy, and just not the best up here in the press box in terms of just overall atmosphere. I was battling with a lot of stink bugs, and then plus just with the heat and everything. I had a little bit of drip coming out of me by the end of the game. Today, pants, hoodie, comfortable, and expecting a big show here tonight. Galion back defending here. Lady Colts looking to get off to a great start. They'd love to take an early lead. Tigers keep it in bounds, looking to move it down the near sideline. Lila Pierce on the chase. Ashton Wine on the back line, at least for now. I imagine that we'll see Ashton be super versatile as she's been all season long. She can play anywhere on the pitch. And here's Barnett, number 8, setting up left foot. What a goal! Bridley Barnett, rock solid, back of the net, and the Lady Colts lead it 1-0. We're not even a minute into the game. Set off the fireworks. Barnett, one of the leading scorers in the MOAC, and she adds another one to her gaudy total. The assist, the setup here from Maya Perry. But this is just all Brinley. Top shelf, no chance for the keeper to lay a finger on her butterfinger. That's right. It's in there for a Clear Fork goal. How about this start on senior night for their star senior? Brinley's had such an unbelievable career. But this senior year has been, you don't necessarily want to say it's a breakout year because we've known since she was a freshman. She has been getting minutes her entire varsity life. But that is goal number 27 now in 2025. So the Colts, 1 shot, 1 kill. Here's a second one. I think this was more of just a cross. And it's out for a goal kick. Never touched by the Galion keeper. Off the restart, she'll play it out left side. And that is off the outstretched leg of Mila Harding. Be out of bounds, back over to the Lady Colts. And I see that we've got fathers out in place of ball girls tonight. So it might be a little bit slower getting some of these balls back into the field of play. Not questioning the dad's speed, but you see those little girls out there, they'll do just about anything for a Snickers bar, and they get after it out on the perimeter of the field to make sure that the pace of play doesn't have to slow down. We'll see how well these fathers keep up, and we'll see if the Galion defense can keep up with number 8, basically the same move, trying to set it up, crossing back post now, and it's just a little overcooked, took a sideways hop as well. Would have been a tough one to handle here for Reese Cook, fellow senior. Second look on the G&M Body and Paint Shop replay. Just a tough play for Cook to try to make. So be out of bounds, back into the hands of the Lady Tigers here and Bianca White. Lobs it in right at a Lady Colt. Knocked down. Here's Barnett to the middle of the pitch. The shot fired, and we've got a save. Lady Colts now with 3 shots. A couple of them have been on frame. So this one's poked down and to the defensive end for Clear Fork. Hasn't been down here yet by Faye Smith. Her first touch comes 3.5 minutes in. Great ball to the outside. You know this girl's got blazing speed. Asia Bechtel, coach's kid, junior season. Left-footed cross, and it never got back into the field of play. Clear Fork already leading 1-0. How do they keep it up and get the victory here at home tonight? My keys to victory presented by GEP. How about just play loose out there? Have fun, don't press. And the seniors, they got to shine. Embrace the moment. This is about you here tonight, young ladies. So go out there, capture it, enjoy it to its fullest potential. You only get senior night once, and that's why all 7, I believe, into the starting lineup for Coach Bechtel to get things underway, as it should be, and especially with the level of talent that this squad possesses from top to bottom. it's not that big of a drop-off if you do elect to start all 7 seniors. First set piece coming up for either side. See 5 ladies all fanned out. They've got Bechtel right there marking the keeper. The shot deflected. Back and forth and then into the hands. And I gotta say, Galion's roster, not the best roster that I've been given. I'm not 100% on who the keeper is. So if you're out there watching live and free, this is my first chance seeing Galion in person tonight. She doesn't have a marked uniform, no number. So I'm not 100% on who we're looking at there. So do drop me a comment anyways. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, all the good stuff. Shout us out. We'll shout you out right back. It's what we do on the OH Report. Ball to the perimeter. Here's Bechtel off the cross. And again, into the hands of the keeper. Big punt all the way down into enemy territory. Wine turns it out wide. Lady Colts in these pink uniforms here in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Believe it's their first time wearing them unless they donned these unis down in Granville on Saturday afternoon. Big win over the Lady Aces. I think you could argue one of the biggest wins of the year for Clear Fork, and they play a fantastic non-league schedule. Plus, of course, Ontario in the conference, too. Did tie, though, with the Lady Warriors in their MOAC opener. As Perry back post, barely misfired. That was almost tailor-made. Would have been a tap-in on the other end. Here's another look. Maya Perry with the cross. And it was right there. Center cut for Cook. Just a fraction away from connecting on what would have been Cook's 3rd goal of the season. Great festivities before the match tonight. If you didn't tune in early enough and you want to check out senior night festivities, as this one's ripped back of the net. 2-0 here, Lady Colts. And it's Ashton Wine getting involved. Fireworks popping off overhead. Valley on fire here tonight. And a special fan up in the audience catching Ashton's attention. Her sister down on the sideline, an assistant coach. Amazing player in her own right as well. And let's check out that fan. There she is. She's pretty pumped for Ashton, making it a 2-0 game here. 7.5 minutes into the competition. Colts have been scoring a ton of goals this season. Over 5 per outing. Should go well over that here tonight if the trend continues in the scores that they've had against Galion. They very consistently have outpaced them 10-0. I think since 2020, 4 of the 5 meetings have been 10-0. The other one 4-0. A lot of space in the middle of the park. Barnett, heavy touch. Now she recollects. Here's Brinley going to work. Undercooked that one. Galion's been back on their heels, defending most of the night. Not a great turnover. Don't want to do that in the middle of the park. Lady Colts got him fanned out into the middle. And we'll get an offside call. First offside of the match. Whistle Cook. And you see she's about a full yard beyond where she needed to be able to smack that in and make it 3-zip here in the early portion of the match. Jaden Kaler, one of the 7 seniors. Looks like several of them are about to check out. 4 Lady Colts all standing at the flag, awaiting their opportunity to get into the mix. Here's Perry surveying Maya into the box, and a nice hard charge to shut it down. There are a bunch of games going down live and free on the OH Report tonight. 2 soccer matches, several volleyball matches as well. Unfortunately, I'm told the internet went down actually here inside of the building in the gym where Clear Fork is going to play their second to last home match of the year. Let's get a flag or a whistle rather. And our first foul will go against the Tigers. It's going to go on that young lady right there. Lila Pierce, second leading scorer for Galion this year. A little bit too much pace behind that one. Ashton Wine, maybe the strongest leg in the area on the pitch for the girls. There are several candidates, certainly, you could detail. But Ashton, in my eyes, certainly has the strongest leg. I want to say what's up to Taryn Sturts out there watching on our Facebook, cheering on Reese. Julie Fry letting all of her friends know that Abby's playing tonight. Trying to find out Abby who. Hit me up. Get it going back and forth here. That's what makes watching on the Facebook and YouTubes unique from a full television game, is that we can actually communicate with one another here. So if you give me a shout out or some info, I can read it right here on the air. Stover from the back line, shoots it to the middle. Nice ball, plenty of space out in front. Couple of moves, they'll cut it back against the grain. And getting in behind the defense here, it's Cook. And she puts it into the side of the net. Solid buildup. Just off target with that shot. As I'm jumping around on our social media pages, I see there's about 60 of y'all watching together live and free. So welcome. Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday night. Another save here by the Tigers. "66 degrees. Cloud coverage here in the area. We are hoping to avoid some storms, but we do have light rain starting. So there are some dark clouds here in the valley. Clear Forks are going to check Kaler back in. She'll be joined by Zoe Lamp. Maya Perry as well. Barnett, Wine each taking a seat for the first time tonight. And I've got an update from River Valley where Ontario has a chance to win a share of the MOAC Championship as well. If they can knock off the Vikings, they're in prime position to do so. We are only 8 minutes in. Lady Warriors lead 5-0. Never mind, 6-0. They just scored again. Wow. Ontario's been on quite a tear. They and Clear Fork, the two hottest teams in North Central Ohio, as that one is ripped, but it'll sell high and wide. Take one more look at the last shot attempt here. Instant replays brought to you by G&M Body and Paint Shop. Serving the greater Mansfield area for a long time, decades upon decades. Rain starting to come down, a bit more frequent now. I see plenty of umbrellas starting to sprout up here in the home cheering section. Across the way, Tigers fans also prepared for the impending weather. Coddill off the cross. Goes to the outside. A couple moves here by Katie Beck. Freshman's had such a great inaugural year at the varsity ranks. Welcome to high school, Ms. Beck. And welcome to the live chat, Christy Lee, who's cheering on the Lady Colts tonight. So is Diana Hollinger. Where are you girls tuning in from tonight? I'm always very impressed by what a national audience we have. Our second largest viewing area is the state of Florida. We have plenty of Floridians that all tune in. And I don't think it's because I'm from there, but Colorado too. We always have a strong Rocky Mountain presence in our chat section. They call it Clear Fork West, plenty of our fans. So there's a lot of Colts fans living it up out there and living it up right here. Nice play here for the Colts to earn a corner kick. Check out this move. Whoop! This is Wine. The pass deflected. He's looking to get it to Barnett. The two seniors just checking back into the mix. And what a 1-2 punch they've been. 50 goals combined for the two seniors. Each of them with 14 assists individually as well. So I think that you could make the case that they are the best duo in North Central Ohio. However, I watch a lot of Ontario ladies soccer too. Addie Pittman, Hattie Jugovic would definitely be in that classification as well. So there's really no right or wrong answer. I can just tell you that the 1-2 combos that each of them bring to the table, second to nobody else. Too far out in front, Lila Pierce trying to hook up with a teammate. Now here's Barnett. She was calling for it. Made a run out on the right wing. Ball never came. This one lifted from deep. Flies just a shade over top. It's Kaler. Another look at the deep bomb here from Jaden. As we've got heavy rain starting to tumble in now. I mean, you can see it here on our picture. A lot of screams coming from over on the cheering section across the way. It's heavy enough rain that I can hear it bouncing off the bleachers here on the home side at the Colt Corral. Luckily, both teams were wise enough to bring their own tents, so they are protected from the elements, but not when they're out on the playing surface. Beautiful touch to the outside, but they're going to call it dead. Offside on the run from Ashton Wine. Let's flip it back and see. Ashton waiting. No, she was good. That's a bad call. Second offside whistle against Clear Fork. There's a good look at it. I mean, that rain is huge. You almost feel like Forrest Gump right now in Vietnam, the way it's come down too. There was big rain, sideways rain. Almost got a pass there. Now Kaler drops it back. Wine in a battle. Jaden regains possession here for the Lady Colts. Here's Brinley out wide on the wing. Dazzling display, the setup one-on-one, but another offside. Second one in the last minute here on the Lady Colts. I'll show you this one again. It's Lamp. Barnett drawing over the second defender. And I don't know about that one either. I mean, our vantage point's not perfect. Certainly would side with the AR over my eyes from up here in the box. Those last two calls super questionable, though. This one definitely onside, but no way to try to chase that one down if you're Zoe. Zoe Lamp, a 4-year letter winner. Just a foundation in the midfield, doing all the dirty work, according to assistant coach Chris Laux, as this shot into the hands of the keep. Honorable mention all district as a sophomore. She was a second-team All-MOAC selection. 19 goals, 6 career assists for Zoe Lamp. Four subs checking in. We'll see Beck back into the mix. She'll be joined by Quinn Stover. Caudill makes her re-entry into the competition as well. And these are the games for Coach Brittany Bechtel. She uses her depth to just overwhelm you by the end of the match. This one's more about just getting the younger players some big reps, varsity minutes, and experience before you head into tournament play. That's no knock on Galion, but that's just how it is in the MOAC for both Clear Fork and Ontario. The two most consistent programs in the greater Mansfield area, bar none, as Wine makes her move, looking to take on 3 defenders. Now Cook to the middle, and that was a hot potato out in front of Zoe Lamp. Couldn't make a play on it. Still looking to find out exactly who the keeper is for Galion. Just trying to deduce from looking at the numbers out on the field. It might be Nakeon Cameron. If you know for sure, definitely let me know in the comment section. But that's what I'm going with. So I'm looking around. I don't see a number 8 anywhere else. Speaking of the comment section, what's up, John Hammett? Another Lady Colt fan out there. Jerry Marshall created the Clear Fork Quest. That's according to Kathy Lindman. Of course, yeah, he's always chiming in and letting us know that he's out there watching in the other valley up in the mountains. There's a shot into the back. Lady Colts now lead it 3-0 here on senior night. What a start by the Lady Colts. And another firework display overhead. 17 minutes still remaining here in the opening half. And Zoe Lamp, who we were just detailing, that's career goal number 20 for the senior. How about that smile and a big cheer from the pro Colt audience. Another look. Just a misplay on the back line, and Clear Fork will make you pay. They're like the Tim Misney of girls soccer. You can't allow that. Too easy. Colts add into their lead. Through ball, takes a hop. And I'm going to start calling her, Cameron, until I'm told otherwise out there in the chat section. Big bomb. Nice drop kick. Stover couldn't play it clean out of the air. Over on YouTube, our first comment rolling in from Aaron Swindell. Says, let's go LCP. If you don't know, that's Lady Colt Pride. And that has been the moniker out here for many years, as we're going to get another chance here. Double team, cutting back against the grain. The drop-off, unselfish pass. And no shot. Beautiful build. It was percolating for the Colts. Just never had enough room or a window to uncork one. But I just love the unselfish nature of the ladies up top. Like to see Caudill, though. Normally she's a defender. That's the case for most games. And speaking of Sabri, another 4-year letter winner. 2-year starter at outside. A defender. As this comes in a little too far for anyone to make an immediate play. But Sabri also can play outside midfield consistently. She's like 75, 80 minutes per game, so I'm calling her name often. She's not a big-time goal scorer for her career, but like I said, she plays a little bit more on that back line. She has put it in the back of the net 10 times and has 6 helpers so far. Hopefully someone brought some dry towels on the Clear Fork and Galion sidelines as Barnett shoots this one, and Bechtel off the post. Wasn't sure if she was going to be able to have the angle to put it on frame. She did. 7th shot now for the Lady Colts. 5 of them have been on frame by my count. It's very possible I've lost track too. That one's walloped to the outside. It does stay in. Tigers with some extra hustle. I'm going to spin back that replay from the last shot attempt. Barnett, I did like the pass. Just wanted to see how Asia was able to get that right foot, and it does carry him off of that side bar. Stayed in the field of play. Asia Bechtel, she'll be back next year for Mom. Great article written by Jake Furr in the Mansfield News Journal when Brittany was contemplating stepping away and just not being the coach for Clear Fork and wanted to focus a little bit more on her family. And pretty much Asia's version is that this is my family, and it really in some ways kind of motivated Mom to stay with the program, see this thing through. And what a great choice for Brittany Bechtel, who I know that I'm constantly just glazing what she brings to the table, but she's in her 20th season. All she does is win a ton of games. I mean, you want to look back to 2012. She's won 13 or more games, what they've done this year, 9 times. 9 times since 2012. There's a ton of programs in the state. They've done it 0 or never. Galion is one of them. 13 wins is a crazy amount, folks, and she pretty much does it every single season, and most of those coming when she was in Division II in the tournament and had to go up against the likes of Ontario and Madison and Lexington. And it was just tough for Clear Fork, who they're a little undersized going against that D2 competition. As we get this pull back, maybe, I think that was Perry battling, looking for the shot. Defended nicely. But now that they've done the expansion to 5 different divisions in the tournament, as you get a look at just an absolutely soaked defensive back line here in Bella Alberti, it's opened things up for Clear Fork. Last year, their first year competing in Division 4, going up against teams that are similar size as them, and all they do is win district championships. They get to the regional for the first time in 10 seasons, and they were right on the cusp of going to the Elite 8. A 1-0 loss to Ottawa Glandorf. Not a lot of pace behind this shot. And we'll get another save by Cameron. 8th shot now by the Colts. 6 of them on target. And she'll sky one. Takes a leaping hop into Clear Fork territory, but right back at you. Winding that center back roll right now. It's going to be a Tiger throw-in coming up. 11.5 minutes remaining here. Half number 1. 3-0 on our Wellspring Custom Pharmacy scoreboard. And if you are in need of some effective vitamins and supplements, check out Stephanie Lane and the gang at Wellspring Custom Pharmacy down on West 4th Street in Ontario. Anything that is prescribed to you by your healthcare provider or even a veterinarian, she can cook up anything that's custom. We're talking blended creams, supplements, whatever. Love Dr. Stephanie and the team down there on West 4th Street. Certainly could not recommend them more. That's the only place I go for all of my supplementation since I went in there for my first consultation, and I'll never go anywhere else. They are the best. Colts looking to be the best in the MOAC second straight year. They could be the queens of the conference. Looks like they're going to share it with Ontario, who, as last checked, it was 6-0 in their game at River Valley tonight. And my daughter, who, it is her birthday girl tonight, she competes for Ontario's and slips through and almost a goal. She doesn't have a goal yet here in 2025. And I told her tonight's her night. She's got to bring in that main character energy and go get one. So just wanted to shout out Aaliyah one more time. I had a birthday sash for her to warm up with, and she said she was too embarrassed to do it. Wouldn't wear it out there on the pitch, didn't want to draw attention to herself, but sometimes that's what it's about. Here's Bechtel off the corner. Just missed. Great hard charge back post. And look at, oh, that was an awful replay dialed up by me, but Perry just barely misfired on that one. It's about as close as you can get. 5th corner kick in this first half for the Colts. And they are just chewing up the time of possession. Got Clear Fork at plus 80% so far on the ball here in this first half. Now looking for a 4-0 lead. They'll capture it. Clear Fork strikes again. Back of the net. It's Wine. Second goal tonight for the senior. And I hope that they came prepared with plenty of fireworks, because I don't think the display is anywhere near done. 4-0 Ashton with her second goal, and one of the easier ones that she'll probably have all season long. And it's been a long career for number 16. 4-year letter winner, second team all-district as a freshman. As a sophomore, she was second team all-MOAC last year. Really was her breakout performance. First team MOAC, first team all-district. This is a kid now with 50 career goals, including the 2 tonight, 35 assists, and easily, according to the coaching staff, the most versatile player on the team. She has started every game over the last 2 years at center back, but she moves to the midfield. She'll play striker when needed. It doesn't matter. I think that she could play goalie in a pinch if you really asked her to. She's a standout basketball player as well. And how about homecoming queen to boot? So some players, they have all the accolades. They're having a great high school career. Ashton Wine is one of those type of girls that you want to be around. You kind of wish, if you're a younger girl, that's what your high school career ends up looking like. So I think that the younger girls out here in the Valley, they've got an awesome role model to look up to, but there are plenty of them here on this Clear Fork roster. I'm going to try to touch on the bios for every senior here tonight, because of the 7, they're all fantastic. They've enjoyed some excellent careers, tons of winning, and on top here, 4-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Bechtel will keep it in. Here's Kaler wanting to splash one in, but defended nicely that time. That was Pierce dropping back into a defensive role and helping out. Not sure that the Tigers have had a touch in plus territory tonight. Nothing, certainly, in the attacking third. They've just been consistently backpedaling and trying to stave off waves of Lady Colts. Won't have to against a corner kick. It's out for a goal kick. As we'll get a substitution in the freshman, Katie Beck, back out onto the field here for Brittany. Hello, Tabby Britton chiming in, Lady Colt fan. So is Amber Smith, John Hammett, Penny Oswalt cheering on Ava tonight. Ava Roberts, junior defender. Appreciate all of you guys for your comments. And you know the drill. Shout me out, I will shout you right back. And as promised, stick around in the second half at halftime during the commercial break. I was doing some studying before the match, but I didn't find the answer to my own trivia question. So when I do discover it, I am going to roll that out, and we'll see how many of you in the chat can get it right. I'm not so sure, as this one is unleashed, bobbled around, and the shot, I think that's Beck, into the back. It is the freshman on the board. More firework display overhead here in the Valley. Katie Beck, welcome to the scoring party. Fourth goal of her freshman season. Comes with 6:17 to go here in the first half. The rain has, I believe, 100% dissipated. Reaching out the window, it's just gone. It was coming down heavy for a while, so one of those cases where we had just one smug cloud wanted to come in and rain on our parade, but didn't last long enough. Foul here against the Colts. By my count, that's the first foul, I think, against Clear Fork, and this is a great chance, the best chance the Galions had here tonight, with Boyer absorbing that contact, and the leading scorer for the Tigers. She's going to trot up, get into the mix here. Galion going with 4 fanned out right across the football 10-yard line, as this will be played into the box, but right at a Lady Colt by Bianca White. And this is how quick they can attack you the other way. Ashton Wine, she's one of those girls that she's just faster, I think, with the ball at her feet. Look at the pace she's able to play with. The control, almost never has a lead foot where she boots it too far to get out and after it. And the Colts will have the throw in over on the far side. And it looks like we do have clear skies overhead now. Beautiful night here in Bellville. Joyous occasion, of course. 7 members of the senior class all recognized. If you want to watch the ceremony, all you have to do is rewind this track on our Facebook and YouTube. Go back to the very beginning. Captured every moment, all 7 seniors, the pictures. Really cool display out here. And it's one of the great parts about high school sports, and specifically when you've got a group that has played as much varsity soccer as this particular senior class here, the class of 2026 here at Clear Fork. It just makes for just a really special audience and night as Kaylor unleashes one, cranks around off of the football goalpost. But you've developed a fan base when they recognize, oh yeah, you were the freshman last year, and oh yeah, you second team all MOAC as a sophomore. And now these girls, most of them have come into their own, all district performers, and we're going to have some all Ohioans in this group. Unquestionably, we're going to see Wine and Barnett are going to make that mix. And I think that Faith Smith, even though she hasn't really been pictured tonight, she's only touched the ball once so far, I think she's got a chance too because of the shutout streak right now that the Lady Colts have going. She has not allowed a goal over her last 5 matches, and she's got 6 shutouts over the last 8. They've only given up 3 goals over their last 8 matches, and for the whole year, I don't know how many Faith has given up. They have pulled her out, and they've allowed Morgan Crunkleton to get some time at the end of some games when they were well out in front against teams like Harding, and I think Firelands as well. She got some action. River Valley, too. But just 11 goals have been ceased all year by the Colts, as this is a great ball on the money. Hard charge, but out to greet it at the edge of the 18 there. Well done by Nakia Cameron. She'll punt it out to midfield. Colts with the first touch. And it's going to scoot out here, right by the flag, where there's 4 Clear Fork players waiting to get their chance to check back in here for the last 3 minutes. Aaron Bonnell also chiming in tonight over on the Facebook. She says, yeah, LCP. And that's exactly what it's been so far. If you're a fan of the Lady Colts, you have enjoyed the view. That's been the case pretty much all season. Just 1 defeat coming here at home against Bexley, and a team that Clear Fork, I called it, they kind of dictated a lot of the pace and the action. They just never were able to break through and get a score, potentially like this one. Though Clear Fork has to circle back. Barnett, the Hezzy, drops it back here as there's 2 minutes to go in the first half. Colts staying on the attack. Wine. Look at that one, a little head and shoulder fake. Couldn't take it all the way through, weaving through 3 different defenders. But the Colts, as they've done pretty much every time the ball has been released into the midfield, they're first to it. They're winning the ball out of the air. They're engaged. And here they are with the turn towards the corner. Beck back to the middle of the park for Wine. And here's Ashton, the crossover. Couple defenders checking it back up. The setup, the shot, and it was a little bit weak off the right foot. So another save for Cameron. And Ashton, just being the unselfish player that she is, looking for the assist. Looking for Reese Cook there. Senior has had quite a few shots so far. It's the 11th for the Lady Colts. Almost had another look right there as the clock's spinning down towards 45 seconds and counting. Want to invite you to stick around for the Global Energy Partners halftime report. And as promised, a trivia question coming up at the beginning of the second half. Clear Fork taking their time, getting this set piece ready. I believe that's Bechtel on the far side. She'll crank it in near post, overhead. Cooked it pretty nicely, was able to throw it into the jambalaya, but no Spice on the other end. I'm not sure how this missed. You see it's Perry trying to track it down, and it was slightly behind her. And that is how the first half will come to the close. Lady Colts 5-0. Galion only had 3 touches in enemy territory, including the set piece off of the foul. We've got a commercial timeout coming up. When we return, I'll have your stats analysis, get you all set up for half number 2. You're enjoying live and free high school soccer to kick off your Tuesday night.
Happy Halloween.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Your halftime show presented by Global Energy Partners. It is 5-zip here at the fabulous Colt Corral. Lady Colts on senior night, really enjoying the action so far, as they have been absolutely dominant so far through 40 minutes. And you see a lot of the younger kids out here in the valley throwing around the pigskin, getting some soccer action in. Everybody getting in on the atmosphere tonight, including the dads for senior night. So you really should go back, watch the pregame festivities. Look at the dads all doing cartwheels, and they're out here playing ball boys as well. So we salute all the fathers that are making their presence felt here in tonight's game. Take a look at the first half stats. Galion has been on the run all night, just backpedaling, trying to fend off waves and waves of Lady Colts, and they've been pretty efficient too. Of their 13 shots, most of them have been put on target and just absolutely dominating the time of possession. I got them for 82% so far on the match. Lady Colts have committed a couple of fouls. Galion just one up to this point, and it has just been that type of night so far, and it's been that type of series. So even though Galion is enjoying their greatest season in program history, they've got 7 total wins according to their coaching staff now. Clear Fork is just a different beast, a different type of animal, and the seniors, you see what a fun-loving group they are, and just a super talented group as well. We've been going through some of the player bios. I'll get to all of them by the end of tonight's match, but the 7 seniors, it's a really special group, and I think this team can go incredibly far in the postseason. As mentioned, I think it's a top 5 team in the state in Division 4. Talent-wise, culture-wise, depth-wise, everything that you want in a quality program, coaching, they've got the ticket, and they're looking to cash it in, I think, this year to go to the Elite 8 or beyond. You never count your chickens before they hatch, though, but I think that you can comfortably say that they are going to capture their 2nd consecutive MOAC Championship with a victory here tonight over Galion. I'll try to get a score update from over at River Valley, where Ontario is playing. Send a text message over there now. At last checked, it was 6-0, and that was only 10 minutes into the contest. So the good times for the top 2 teams in the MOAC have been aplenty so far here tonight. As promised, I have got a trivia question for you guys. So Clear Fork, I've misworded this on my graphic here, but I ran out of room, so I'm just going to verbalize this pretty much for you guys. Here's my trivia question for the night. When's the last time the Clear Fork won 10 consecutive matches? 10 in a row. That's the case for them here tonight. They are looking for win number 11 in a row. And per my research, folks, and that's why it took me so long to get back on the air, I could not find it. I believe it will be a program record if they win tonight. 11 in a row. I went all the way back to 2007, and they had never done it. But when was the last time the Clear Fork had won 10 consecutive games in a row? I'll give you a hint. It has happened twice since 2007. Let me know the most recent year that happened. Drop me a comment on the Facebook or the YouTube. And the first one to get in there and get the correct response, you win live and free OH Report for a lifetime. I promise I'm going to send it to your inbox. That is a 100% guarantee. I will never rescind that promise. Live and free action forever. Looks like Faith Smith suiting up. She's got the number 26 on. So the senior, she's going to go after. I'd love to see Faith try to get a goal here in the second half. She's typically dealing with trying to fend off goal scorers. But it's always fun during these senior night type of situations where you get to go into new positions and formations that you've probably never ran. And that's the fun part about nights like tonight for Clear Fork. As the second half is officially underway, Colts tried to strike within the first 15 seconds. That was Bechtel trying to stage one out front there for Brinley Barnett. Be out of bounds. Deep throw in coming up here for the Tigers. Just inside of the flag. And a shout out to Global Energy Partners for being our partner sponsor for everything Clear Fork, all sports, our pregame, halftime, postgame, and they are going to continue throughout the postseason as well. So Nicholas Oswalt and the entire gang over there, they are just great to work with, and their company is growing like crazy. So if you're looking for a new job opportunity, certainly look them up. Go to their website. They are hiring for high-paying jobs. They are all over the Buckeye State, breaking into new territories, more northwest and up by Lake Erie now. So Global Energy Partners is a great place to work if you are looking for a new opportunity. Tigers move it shortly downfield with the throw-in. Trying to squeeze it into Emma Boyer. She has been a complete non-factor tonight. Emma, our player spotlight, one of the leading scorers in the MOAC. And she's been a great leader for this team. And especially with the injury to Isabella Ice. I think everybody was kind of counting on her to be a primetime player for the Tigers this season after she showcased the first team all-district potential as a sophomore, lost due to injury as a freshman, and has not been able to play this year. Had a spleen injury, and it's kept her out of the mix, and you hate that for young people. Any athlete, certainly, but you only get 4 years to really impress at the high school ranks. So when you're down and out and you're unable to contribute and there's nothing you can do about it, you always feel for those athletes. Bechtel again trying to squeeze it into Barnett. She'll flip it here now, and it's going to be gathered into the hands of Nikayan Cameron for the save. So blast this one far side, takes a hop around the 50, and continues to bounce in play. It'll be out now for a Lady Colt throw. Do have an update. We've got a running clock, second half. In River Valley, Ontario Lady Warriors lead at 9-0. So I think we can go ahead and pencil in a co-championship. Ontario and Clear Fork are going to be the champions of the MOAC this year. Congratulations to each program. Lady Colts now back-to-back in the MOAC. I don't think they had won it before until these last 2 years. Ontario had dominated within the conference, as they have done so far this year too. And that was the premier match. Larry Atkinson was my guest last night on the OH Report video podcast, and I just kind of pleaded with him. I'm like, why is Clear Fork, Ontario not the last game of the MOAC? Why is that not tonight? Clear Fork should be playing you on the last night of the season, and he said that it's just a rotation and playing them first this year. Next year, that is going to be the very last chapter of the MOAC season for girls soccer. So buckle up. That one's going to be over at the Ontario Soccer Complex. So unfortunately, we won't have a live stream for you, but there's going to be a ton of juice behind that match. Very much looking forward to it. And for Clear Fork, it's going to be a much different looking team. And same for Ontario. These stars, I talked about the two-headed monster when you got Wine and Barnett and the 50 goals and the nearly 30 assists that they've combined for on the season. And then on the flip side, you're going to lose 2 All-Americans if you're Coach Atkinson and Ontario with Addie Pittman, Hattie Jugovic, each continuing on. Hattie's going to be playing at the next level. She's committed to Akron. Ashland University has committed Addie Pittman. So I think you would argue 2 top 5 players in the history of Ontario soccer. And then where would you rate these 2 girls in the lore of Clear Fork girls soccer? I mean, there have been some flat-out greats. Deja Swihart certainly comes to mind. Jordan Holinsky, Kaylin Holinsky. There have been some players to come through that have over 100 career goals and have solidified themselves as the best in program history. And I think that you look at the Wine-Barnett combo and maybe top 10. So I've been covering them for a long time. They're certainly two of the most enjoyable players. I like talking to them, and they're such different personalities. I mean, Brinley is just, she's just got that cute personality about her, very bubbly. And then Ashton, she's just, I wouldn't say edgy per se, but she's got a little bit of humor to her game. And as this one is flicked into the middle by Barnett, there was a big cascading cheer coming in as it was like a near bicycle kick. But I just love the two personalities that they're able to bring, just totally different, but their games both really fantastic. Let's see if we've got any guesses on my trivia question. I don't think we have any, but I do see Bev Nell says, Faith, I love you. Jeremiah Drake, Maya is Galion's keeper's name. Let's see. So the only Maya I see on here is Mila Harding. So Jeremiah, let me know. Is that indeed Miss Harding? Penny Oswalt just congratulating the seniors out here. And that's what we've got. Let me check in over on the YouTubes. I see Minor League Productions chiming in. Self-classified star intern watching here tonight. Aaron Swindell. Starting at the team. DJ Moore wants to know if we will be at the Clear Fork boys sectional final. You know it. We will be at every Clear Fork playoff match for every single team. So volleyball, boys soccer, girls soccer, football, you name it, we'll be there. We are the home of Clear Fork athletics here on the OH Report, and we can't let you down come tournament time. Do think that you need to come out and support the team in person. Awesome atmospheres. And I think particularly for volleyball, I have not called one match all year. I'm a little bit jealous talking to all the OH reporters. We have 5 qualified dudes now that are all capable of calling the volleyball matches. So I'm not necessarily needed. I've been lending my voice to soccer. We've only got really 2 people that enjoy calling the beautiful game, and I am one of them. So I do think that you need to come out, support all of your teams. Definitely get into the gym, get out to the stadiums for football and soccer, and we'll see you there. And you can always watch them after the fact. And I think that's what's so cool about OH Report and what we bring to the equation is the residual value of just being able to go back. You can watch anytime, any place, always available. It's on Facebook, YouTube, and then we categorize it on our website too. So all you got to do is go to the Clear Fork team page or the Galion team page if you're a Tiger fan. So that goes right in front of the doorstep, and you can find all of the latest live streams for your favorite team. I was just given a video here, and it looks like in Caledonia, where that River Valley, Ontario match is going on, they've got what we just experienced about 30 minutes ago. It is a torrential downpour there at River Valley, so if they can just stick it out for a few more minutes. I think it was just one mean cloud. Here's Beck. Pieces one up, almost hit a couple girls in the audience. They had to duck out of the way. There they are, fighting for their lives back there, but how about that? They got the fat heads. Great fans. Yeah, we're going to show them one more time. Just showcasing their favorite seniors here. And when we get into the end of game loop, I'll run that senior night photo display that we have. So shout out Just Brokaw for getting me the player pictures for senior night as that's deflected, and then also a youth picture of all 7 seniors. It's always really cool to see where they came from and what they look like. You know, we've got them like as young as 6 years old, I think, in the younger photos. And you can tell by the most part as we get a slide tackle, and it's a clean one. Shot goes overhead. You can kind of see for the most part who's who. They're just a bit more grown up now as girls are 17 and 18. And look at the stampede starting to roll in here. Boys soccer team. See some football players as well. And it'll be senior night for the football team at home on Friday. They've got Highland coming in to Bellville. I'm going to be on the call, as this one absolutely torched off the right foot. Just a healthy serving of wine right here. But it's a little bit too tall. In Clear Fork, they've kind of eased up off the gas right now. I think that they've determined with the lead where it is, they don't have to come out here and, just really rub it in, for lack of a better term. Working it around the perimeter, looking for open windows. It's been deep shots for the most part, so it looks like maybe the general rule is you got to get something off of a cross or shoot it outside the 18. Wine punches that to the middle. Mismeasure trying to find Barnett. Tigers hoping that they can get the ball to the feet of Lila Pierce. She's up top. Boyer as well working the left wing. And that 1-2 punch has not been able to be thrown. Not at all. 0 shot attempts so far for Galion. And there is the young lady that I have been calling the keeper all night. That is Miss Cameron. And thank you to the commenter letting me know that Mila Harding is in the net. And back to the commenters we go. All right, we've got a couple of guesses. Ashley Marie is going to say 2016 was the last time the Clear Fork won 10 consecutive matches. Alyssa Overholt, she's got a guess of 2014. So at the next dead ball, I will bring up Brian's trivia question of the night, and we'll give it to you, and it's going to come here right now. So here it is. When's the last time the Clear Fork won 10 consecutive games? Not just 10 games. They win 10 games every year. It's the best program going right now in North Central Ohio in terms of wins and losses. But when is the last time that the Lady Colts won 10 consecutive games? Your answer, drum roll please, is indeed 2016. They won 10 straight matches. Their next one, they actually tied Madison, and then I think they won at least one more match after that. So they had a long unbeaten streak going, but that was the last time that they've won 10 in a row. They also did it in 2015. 10 straight heading into the district championship match, where they ended up losing a good game against the Ontario Lady Warriors, a team that has been a bit of their kryptonite when they've gotten into the postseason. But now that they're in Division 4, they get to avoid the Lady Warriors. But 2016 and 2015, Clear Fork won 10 games consecutive each of those 2 seasons. And I'm going to ask Brittany Bechtel after tonight's match, I believe this will be a program record with tonight's win. Here's Barnett on the hop. Look how fast Brittany Barnett is, but it's a kick save. Maya keeps it out of the back. Barnett had the very first goal of the match. It came just 51 seconds in. She's been shut out since. And maybe one extra touch here for Brindley. Typically, she is rock solid, cashing in. And tip your cap here to the Tigers. 14 minutes into half 2. They have not allowed a goal so far here to Clear Fork. So their defensive back line is holding up. As the Colts still enjoying a 5-0 lead, but they've got a firework display and plenty more, I think, still all lined up. The home fans would love to make it feel like 4th of July again out here in the Valley. Something that they've added to the repertoire, and I do love it. And I am trying to push to get, they've got the new scoreboard over on, I think, the south end zone. I'm not great with directions, but I'm pretty sure. And they've got a glow Colt on the top. I'm willing to donate whatever it would cost, unless it's too far-fetched, to get some smoke to come out of the Colts' nose. So I've talked to a couple of parents, talked to Nick Martin's dad, who's got a pyrotechnics license, and he's just not exactly sure how we set it up yet, but we're working on it. coming soon to the Valley. We're going to get smoke coming out of the Colts' nose whenever they score touchdowns, goals, the whole 9 yards. So we're going to have fireworks. We're going to get that snout of the Colt all lit up too. So plenty more upgrades coming out here. And talking to the Booster Club president, just before the start of the regular season out here, they had a fundraiser, and they raised a bunch of money. I'm not going to say exactly how much, but enough to really do some damage. So there's some really cool things on the horizon here. One of the best supported communities for high school athletics in North Central Ohio. We do salute the Boosters Club as Perry shoots this one overhead. Got her hair really dialed in today. A couple of tight braids going each side. I think it's just called pigtails. But here it is. Let's show you that scoreboard. So it already lights up the night sky. It is beautiful. It is a marvel. And it lights up nice too. So even though we're a little bit cut off by that light pole right there, and that's why you can't see the full clock. It's just the second hand is a little bit cut off for you. It would be pretty cool if the Colt would blow smoke out his nose, wouldn't it? I don't think they really do that, but in the cartoons they do. Katie Beck, the freshman, looking for her second goal. She had the most recent one coming at the 6:17 mark before halftime. Pieced that one up pretty nice, but it sails wide. And I love learning about the youngsters coming up in the program, and it wasn't that long ago that we were learning about some of these seniors. And how about Faith Smith, who's out there playing in the field? We'll see if they're able to get her a goal, but a 3-year letter winner, 2-year starter, honorable mention all-district last year as a junior. She was a second-team all-MOAC selection as well. 151 career saves coming into tonight and 19 career shutouts. That's a lot of clean sheets. I'm not sure if she's ever scored a career goal, though. So I think that's what they're shooting for here on senior night. She's right there in the middle. Number 26, looking to get in the mix as Bechtel punches that one in, and it'll be taken up by Maya. I bet that Faith, if she's able to get one in the back of the net, we're going to hear a huge roar from the home section, and still a lot of fans in attendance. The rain did chase a few away earlier, but it's turned out to be an otherwise gorgeous night. 64 degrees, very comfortable here in the Valley, and we've got fall-like temperatures all week here in the greater Mansfield area. As Perry, I think, just earned a corner kick. Colts going to get 4 fresh bodies back into the mix. Wine and Barnett make up for 2 of them. And it is going to be corner kick number 7. It's been Bechtel's specialty. Asia patiently waiting. Now the junior. Too much bend on that. It'll be out of play as we're getting close to the midway point here of half number 2. See Jaden Kaler out there in the midfield. She has specialized at taking corner kicks in the past. Just a really steady performer off the bench in the center mid. A 4-year letter winner too. So there's a lot of names here at this Clear Fork program. As Smith, a touch. We'll see if Barnett lays it back to her. Instead, she rifles one. Top corner. Brindley with a 2-pack tonight, adding to her season totals. Best scoring year of her outstanding career. And here come the fireworks. Cue them up. Big one blasting off. Barnett doing the same. She's got 28. She'll certainly end with more than 30 by the time the tournament is all said and done. And how about the assist to Faith Smith? That's just excellent execution. Just no way to stop that back there if you are Mila Harding. No way, no how. Be deflected out here for Clear Fork throw-in. And they're continuing with the time of possession over 80. Easy. Galion's touches are few and far between when they have them. They're not stringing together very many passes. Maybe a maximum of 3 at any given point tonight. It's been 1-2 turnover over and over for the Tigers. Just a frustrating type of atmosphere for them here on the road as the Colts looking to strike again. Barnett lays it out. Smith launches one, and it'll be wide. First shot from the senior keeper, Faith Smith. And she'll check out now. Now she does that. Let's check out her last shot attempt, thanks to our friends at G&M Body and Paint Shop. Choose the auto body repair shop that the Mansfield area has trusted for more than half a century. G&M, proud supporter of local athletes. Two-lady game out top, heavy touch. But again, the Colts staying after it. Not allowing an inch. Coach Bechtel, she's gone pretty deep into the well. I think everybody's pretty much been into the mix tonight. And as I say that, looks like we're about to get Minnie Dorner, freshman, about to get her first minutes of the action. As we're just north of 17 minutes remaining on the clock here, half number 2. And we'll get a new keeper as well. Is that Brindley? No, Barnett is up top there. Not 100% who's checking in the net right now for Clear Fork. They have not been utilized. Haven't needed to get many touches. So we do have a new player out there, Don in the 00. Colts looking to keep another clean sheet, too. They're on just a devastating run right now. 5 consecutive shutouts. If they hold up here, it'll be 6 in a row, and it will be only 1 goal allowed over their last 7. Meanwhile, offensively, they've got 6 tonight. They had 4 in a win at Granville, dropped 10 on River Valley, 2-0 win over Lexington, who's the #1 seed in their district in D3. 9-0 over Highland, 8-0 Mansfield Senior, 8-1 against Shelby. That was the last time that this team has been scored on. Against the Lady Whippets team that I think they have a program record for wins this year. So the MOAC is a bit deeper than it's been in years past, at least in terms of winning outside of the conference. So you see Mila with the drop kick. And the Colts win the 50-50 ball. I'm not sure that the Tigers have won 1. It's been really great, if you're a Colts fan, to watch the execution and just the overall intensity. They're not easing up, even though on the offensive side of things, it appears that they're kind of playing just, it's either got to be a deep shot, maybe something off of a cross. They've only scored 1 goal so far here in the second half. They have not needed to. As Wine threads the needle up top off the chase. No shot can be made there. That was Sabri Caudill. looking to get her involved in the scoring. She does have 2 goals so far on the season. Pretty much everybody's gotten into the history books this year for Clear Fork. 14 girls have scored at the varsity ranks. That's a pretty ridiculous number as Barnett sets it up. The shot attempt left foot by Caudill. Ping pongs around. Galion, though, can't clear it. Beck flares it up top. We'll see if we get a cross. We do on the outskirts for Barnett. Now Brindley with the theft. Back to Wine. The pullback. And that'll take a couple hops out of there to the Clear Fork back line. Rarely needed to use anybody defensively as the freshman Dorner pokes it here near side. On the hop, here goes Ashton. Off the cross, back post. Almost delivered one. Pretty close to putting that in for a goal here. Would have been a hat trick for Ashton. Razor thin with that miss. And we've got a mist coming down from the heavens again here tonight in Bellville. Senior night. And everybody getting into the action. Saw Reese Cook, ton of minutes early on in the game. See what they get here. The one-timer, pack post. Get the hats out onto the field. Barnett with her 3rd of the match. Ashton Wine with another quality setup. And they're blowing up more stuff out here in the valley. Brindley with the first goal of the match. She's got the last 2 now, bookending the other 4 in the middle. Wine with a couple. Beck put one in at the end of the first half. And you see Brindley loading up for a kill shot and then decided, you know what, that back post is kind of empty. And that's all it took. Just easing off the accelerator a bit. Ashton getting back in on the mix. So the senior tandem, each with a pair of hats. 6 of the 8 goals tonight for Wine and Barnett. And wholesale subs coming in now for the Lady Colts. I think Coach Bechtel got in 6 subs. The seniors might be done for the night. Take one more look at that last goal by Wine. I mean, it's right on the heels of Brindley's last. 8-zip now the count. And if history were to repeat itself, it's been 10-0 just about every meeting. Galion versus Clear Fork. It's almost as though they've designated that to be the final score. Hard to do that consistently where it's always that exact count. But that's what it's been every year since 2020 with the exception of 1. Fresh bodies into the mix. Layla Doherty going elbow to elbow. She'll earn a corner kick. Be the 9th corner kick attempts on the way here for the Lady Colts. Got them unofficially for 20 shots tonight. 20-0. I don't think the Tigers have had a touch in enemy territory yet in this second half. Oh, that's a great ball, center cut. Faye Smith was right there. That's probably the best look that she's going to get. I don't know. They might have a couple more. Certainly it felt like they were looking for her, and she's a easy target to find Great height, and boom, right off the noggin, just cannot redirect it. But give her credit, she's used to just using her big mitts anytime that the ball is there inside the 6 and just punching it out or catching it to get it out of the way. That time using her noggin. First real shot attempt tonight for Smith. This is unleashed from downtown, 9-zip, Bechtel in on the action. Clock is running here in the Valley. And I hope they were prepared with plenty more fireworks. Because these young players that are in the mix, now Asia's a junior and a big impact player, but some of these youngsters, they're probably going to be trying to take dead aim. And if you're going to give her this much space, look at everybody just retreat. Nobody comes up to pressure. And locked in, basically from Asia. Long shot. Bechtel into the back of the net. Colts putting together a nice run now. They didn't score for a long time in the second half. And now all of a sudden, 4 goals here at half. 2 have all come pretty recently, 3 specifically. Pull back setup. Double team, and the ball leaps back out for Doherty. This one shoveled into the hands there of Maya. Show you that save one more time. Solid positioning there by the keep. And a shout out to Christy Lee cheering on Brinley Barnett out there in the comments section. Penny Oswalt, she is just loving it overall. She says awesome with some hand claps. And we do appreciate you, Ashley and Alyssa, playing along with our trivia question of the night, which was, when was the last time that Clear Fork won 10 consecutive matches, which is what they are doing right now, winners of 10 in a row. Don't have to go too far back. 2016, they won 10 straight. Also won 10 in a row in 2015. Per my research, it's the only other 2 times in history that they've won 10 straight. And I've never seen on paper that they have won 11 in a row. I will try to confirm with their longtime coaching staff. Find out specifically from Chris Laux, who he's my numbers man. Anytime I need anything that is statistic related to Clear Fork, he's got the digits. And Mila's got the dive for the save. A couple more shots on frame here for Clear Fork. You see our clock cam kind of going wild. That's because the rain's starting to come in very heavy again to the Bellville area. Did the same thing earlier when it stormed. We've been lucky to avoid any type of lightning, so it's been a pretty peaceful night. Probably going to be chaos, though, when we get to the MVP, because I don't know that we can narrow it down. I'd like to invite all the seniors up here into the box if we can fit them. Would be pretty fun. So I think that's going to be the goal, to get Kaler and the gang to all make their way up here into the box. We'll have 7 MVPs, probably an OH Report world record. I've done 2 and even 3 before. Never ventured beyond that, but this is a special occurrence. Oh, I guess for Ontario Girls Senior Night, I did have all 5 seniors interviewed. So 5 right now is my maximum, but we're looking to push all the chips into the middle here tonight. We want to hear from all 7 of the Lady Colts seniors. That'll be coming up in our post-game show presented by Global Energy Partners. Your MVP, as that just misses, brought in presentation by Schmidt Security Pro and Schmidt Fire. From the field to your front door, you can trust Schmidt to protect what matters most to you. Check out the link to their website down in the description. Give them a follow on Facebook as well. Good look here at just how staggering the rain has become. It went from just a little drizzle as Faith takes another shot. 25 shots now and counting. And I've got 19 of those on frame here for Clear Fork. So I must have missed some shots. Doing too much talking here. There's another one. It's off the right foot of Caudill. Ran through her bio. I think we've hit everybody so far. Except for Barnett, actually. Don't think I've gone up and down all of her accolades as we get across here in a save. But Brindley, one of those 4-year players. As a freshman, she was a second-team All-MOAC performer. So we got introduced to her at an early age. Since then, first-team All-MOAC each of the last 2 years. With her hat trick tonight, she's at 71 career goals, more than 33 assists. Her career highlights include the game-winning goal against Madison last year with just 3 seconds left. That was such a bizarre finish to that game, such a fun one to be a part of. She also had 3 goals and 1 assist on Saturday in the big win over Granville. So all 4 goals Brindley was a part of. And she has written a massive chapter in the history books here at Clear Fork. As Kaylor lobs that one, and it lands on top of the frame. One more look. She's got such a big leg. Jaden Kaylor, another 4-year letter winner. 3 career goals, 3 career assists. And just one of those type of cats that you can put her anywhere. She can play up top. Certainly the midfield and defense is where she has her most value because she's a pretty physical player. Final 2 minutes. Face plant. And that might be a foul in the box. Referee heading in. And actually he's going to mark it just outside. Contact coming here from Lila. And I think that's the right call. Pierce pushes her down just outside of the 18. So this is the chance maybe for Faith to come through. Push it back out wide. And now here's Pierce with heavy rainfall. Tigers trying to keep it just a 9-love difference. As mentioned, it's been mostly 10-0 in these head-to-heads. Tigers trying to trim down a bit on that here tonight. So that'll go out of play. Throw in coming up. Here's Faith, left foot into heavy traffic, and it's reverted out of there. Now the shot from distance, and it's 10-zip. History tends to repeat itself. It does here tonight. Big hugs all the way around, and just a joyous occasion. Senior night, and Sabri Caudill gets one for herself. Yes, that firework was for you, young lady. Show it to you one more time. Oh, I think I ran this too far back. Final seconds coming off the clock. We got to see this last goal again. Watch it at full speed. Maybe I went way too far back. Final whistle has clicked. That is the final goal. It is 10-0. Lady Colts victorious on their home surface. Final regular season game in the books now in Clear Fork, capturing win number 14, 11 victories in a row for the Lady Colts. We've got plenty more coming up here live and free. I'm going to see if all 7 seniors want to come up here for an MVP interview. We'll have that coming up on the other side. Plus, we'll have your final stats, close things out here from the Valley, get you all tucked in on your Tuesday night. Keep it locked in. We'll be back here in just a couple of minutes.
Happy Halloween!
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
This is our in-body machine, so you're gonna see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank! That's better.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
We return now with our players of the game, plural. I think we've got an OH Report record here tonight. All 7 Lady Colts seniors are here in the box with us, and they are absolutely soaked. Reese Cook, talk to me about just like the weather down there and what type of impact this was, because you girls came in, and obviously, I mean, the whole floor looks like a pool now.
Sorry about the pool. Anyways, it's torrentially downpouring at the moment, and let's just say you could barely see when the ball was right in front of you.
Fun to play in that type of atmosphere, at least?
When you're winning, yes, but no, when you're losing.
Well, luckily for you, you won. Zoe Lamp, you guys have not lost in a long time. Talk about the win streak, 11 in a row. Per my research, I think this is a school record. How does it feel to be on this type of a run?
That is a school record. Yep. It feels really good. I mean, we just work really well as a team. Like, this is the greatest chemistry, our team has had, I feel like. And I've been playing with most of these girls for as long as I can remember. So we just work really well together.
Jaden Kaler, you've been a part of the varsity since you were a freshman, a lot of minutes, and you've had plenty of opportunities to play with all of these seniors. So if you can reflect a little bit for me, just the growth that you've been able to develop with this particular class of 2026 and just how much fun it is you've been a part of the action for a really long time now.
Yeah, I think it's really fun, and I think we have a lot of chemistry together, and we always support each other and cheer each other on, even when we're not playing our best. And yeah.
Sabre, you got the goal there at the end of the game. Firework display going off, and I think it was kind of perfect that you went like this right when the firework boomed. How cool was that moment?
Pretty good, because I don't score very often because I play defender. So when I do score, I'm like, oh, I can actually do something.
And I think that's what's cool about senior night is getting to play in different positions. We saw Faith up top. She almost had a couple of goals. She was this close on that header. So just getting to be up offensively, was that pretty special for you here tonight?
Yeah, it felt pretty great when she was like, you're going to go up top. And I was like, oh, yay.
Yay. 3 goals tonight for you, Ashton Wine. A couple of them in that second half. Just how much fun has this season been for you? Yeah. You play on the back line normally to start games, and then depending on how the flow goes, you'll come up top. So to have nearly 30 goals on the season, it's been a pretty awesome senior year for you.
Yeah, I mean, especially when I get to play with my best friends, it's a lot of fun. Like they said, we have a lot of team chemistry, and we just want to play for each other. We go out there and play for coach, and we just have fun together. And you saw it tonight. Like, it's just a lot of fun. We just love each other.
And you could tell, definitely in the senior festivities beforehand, for sure. There's a lot of fun love. Faith, you got to come out of net tonight, play up top. Just describe that role for you, getting to play offense.
It's a little scary. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I mean, it's nice to get like different perspectives. It's nice to be able to play with my team up there and get to be cheerful with them.
Another shutout for the defense. I think this is 6 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So probably taking a lot of pride in the fact that you're clean sheets just about every night right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Woo.
Woohoo. All right, Brindley, you had 3 more goals here tonight, adding to your totals, I think, over 50 now for your career. So you hear a number like that. What do you think when you're like, man, I've scored half of 100 goals?
I don't know. I'm proud of myself because I put a lot of time and like work into this. So it feels nice to come out here and like be able to do like what I know how to do. So I don't know. It feels great. Great.
Well, congratulations to each of you. I know that we got food waiting in the weight room. We want to get to the after party here. So go ahead. Down the line, everyone give a shout out.
My parents and my sister Brooke. My friends, my family. My family and my teammates. My whole family, coaches, and teammates.
My friends and family and my whole team.
My friends, my family, and our coaches.
The coaching staff, our teammates, my family, and everyone who came and supported it tonight.
All right. The Lady Colts seniors, all 7.
Brindley adds us.
Your co-MVPs. Thank you so much for joining us.
Happy Halloween.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride. Built for you.
Hi guys, I need you all to have a foam finger. At Mechanics Bank, we're all about the community. Whether it's supporting our local teams or cheering you on in life, we're here for you in every victory, big or small. Mechanics Bank. That's better.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Your post-game show is presented by Global Energy Partners. Big win here tonight for the Lady Colts. They are your MOAC champions here in 2025. All 7 seniors joining us up in the box here, your co-MVPs. And you can tell it's a true family. It is a soccer family, and this team has so much potential now moving into the postseason. What a fun night, and it is almost over here in the Valley. Let's show you how it all played out by the numbers. 27 shots for the Lady Colts. All these are unofficial. Of course, I'm tracking these myself, also doing a little bit of commentary for you guys. So, left the microphone on for the girls. Let me turn that off. Here we go. 19 of them on frame, but the possession in the second half, I thought that Clear Fork was incredibly dominant in the first half. It was way more so there over the last 40 minutes. Didn't even see the Tigers ever cross half field. I don't think at any point. No touches in enemy territory as Clear Fork just absolutely ran a rough shot through them. 5 goals in the first half, 5 more in the second half. And we saw multiple seniors getting involved in the scoring. Barnett with 3. We saw Ashton Wine with 3 goals. Bechtel put 1 in. And then Sabri Caudill with the last one of the night. And check this out. There's all their names. LCP. Pretty cool that they have that going on out here in the Valley. And they, I'm pretty sure, will play at home in their next match. Galion will host the sectional against Bellville next week, and then Clear Fork will await the winner of those 2 teams. So that game, I'm 95% sure, is right here in the Valley. I don't have it opened up in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that they will get one more home match before they go into their district. But this senior group, the 7 of them, it was a special night. Overall, it's just a special crew in general. A lot of fun to be around them, and I think that we're going to get plenty more opportunities to continue to see them play here in 2025. That will put a bow on our senior night chapter, though, here in the Valley. Shout out to everybody that watched live and free tonight. Appreciate all of the fans. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't for you. Our generous sponsors bringing you the coverage live and free. Global Energy Partners, Wellspring, Custom Pharmacy and Health Source, G&M Body and Paint Shop, Schmidt Security Pro, Avita Home Health and Hospice, Mechanics Bank, and American Homestead Exteriors. For Jeremy Peoples, my cameraman, Jory Hollenbeck, the First Lady of OH Report, Adam Thompson, and everybody back at the World Headquarters, saying so long tonight here from the Valley. We will see you with more action coming up tomorrow night right here on the Future of Local Sports. Good night, everybody.